Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Live with me, Phil, on 100% LCFC. We want to know what are the big questions. What is everybody talking about? I think I know what a lot of you want to talk about tonight. Well, every Monday night we do a live fan zone. We should be streaming it through Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube. We've been having a few technical issues, but we've been trying to improve the output as we're doing it, getting ready for a bigger launch for next season for 2018-19, when we're hoping it's going to be a mega season for 100% LCFC. If you're watching this on any of the channels, do let us know. Let me know that you're watching it. Let me know your views and comments on what you think we should be talking about tonight on 100% LCFC at 8:30. That's 20:30 GMT. If you're watching from around the world, we know lots of people watch from Australia, America, Spain, all slightly different time zones, but it's 8:30 p.m. GMT time. Hi, Richard Wilson's watching. Don Cole is watching. See, Don's over in USA in Myrtle Beach. As you know, Don did quite a few bits over the weekend, which was fantastic. Thanks, Don, for that, as we were all reacting to that 5-0. Bit of a thrashing, to be fair. It wasn't good, was it? Baz Short's watching. So's Jason Whale. Hi, guys. Some of the 100% team are out there. Hello, Richard. How are you? I mean, we're all going to talk about Claude Puel tonight, aren't we? That's going to be number one topic, I'm sure. Tonight at 8:30, I'm joined by hopefully Tom, who comes with us regularly on a Monday night. Obviously, we're going to be putting all your comments and views up on there. Matt Commodi, have I said that right, Matt? Matt is watching all the way from Dalby in Australia. Hello, Matt. What time is it over there? Goodness me, it's got to be about 8 o'clock at night, hasn't it? Well, maybe if you want to join us, 8:30 GMT tonight, Matt, it'll be probably your breakfast. It can be a breakfast show for you anyway. I was saying Tom's going to join us tonight at 8:30, and we've got again Chris from Leicester Till I Die. So another of the fanzines, another Leicester City fanzine, joint collaboration tonight. 100% LCFC, Leicester Till I Die together, chatting with you guys. So much to talk about. I think it's going to be great to get Chris in. Obviously, we're trying to work on some technical stuff, so hopefully we do improve things for next season. Claude Puel, got to talk about him. We've run some polls. I don't like to run polls sometimes saying, do you want to keep the manager or not? I feel a little guilty putting that out there, but we've done it because that's what you lot want to talk about. So we'll always put out there what the fans want to talk about. That's all we are. We're not a media channel as such. We're not BBC, we're not Sky Sports, we're not Radio Leicester, so and we're not the club, so we're just fans. We can talk about what you want to talk about. We can let you get your conversations in there. Roger Nix, for example, saying, I would have thought there's only one subject to talk about. Who do we want as our next manager? Roger, we've still got Claude Puel in charge, so for me, it is going to be a question. I think you're right, Roger. We will put that out tonight. The first question has got to be, like I was just saying, we've ran some polls over the weekend. We had to run them. We put them out on Twitter. We put them out on Facebook. We had it was one of our biggest polls on Facebook in particular. We've had about 2,500 respondents to our poll. 90% of Leicester fans on Facebook say, Puel, it's time to go. We don't want you anymore. Is that really where we're at? Third manager in the space of 12 months. Ranieri was sort of March time last year. Shaky then was temporary. They didn't offer it to him permanently until the summer. Then he went after about 8 games. Then we've had Claude Puel, fantastic start. What a great start. 5 wins on the spin, wasn't it? If it wasn't for that, we would be in real trouble, I think. Because as it is, Crystal Palace, who beat us, thrashed us on Saturday, only a few points behind us now in the table, could actually catch us. If they were to win their last 2 games, I think I'm right in saying they could just about catch us. Newcastle certainly could catch us. Everton certainly could catch us. Luckily, Newcastle lost to West Brom. I'm getting completely distracted. What do you guys want to talk about? Hi, Andreas, for watching. Andreas Tomlin. Paul Newbold. Hi, how are you? Thanks for watching. Lots of fans joining us. I know it's only lunchtime. As ever, if you can like and share the video, that would be great. Don Cole. Don, you've got to start spelling Mr. Fuchs right. It's got an H in it, not a K. But his question is Ben Chilwell or Christian Fuchs. Interestingly, Christian Fuchs has come out and said he's going to stay next season. I think quite a lot of us thought he might go this summer, but Christian Fuchs is saying he's staying until the end of his contract, which is in the summer of 2019. So Christian Fuchs, I think, by coming out and saying that, is saying, I want to be picked. Put me back in the team. I'm here for another year. And I don't know if you've read the article about Christian Fuchs, but he stressed that his family, I believe I'm right in saying from what I was reading, his family is still over in New York. He has a big sacrifice to make to come over here and play. He loves the club, wants to be in it, wants to be playing, wants to do something good next season. So that to me is Christian Fuchs saying, I want to be in the team. I'm not here to be a squad member. I want to play. So Don was saying that. I'm just going to squiggle through. Don's saying Chilwell or Fuchs. Chilwell got thrashed this past weekend. Do you think that, everybody? Do you think Chilwell? There's been a lot of debate about Chilwell. What I'm going to put one out there. What the hell is Mark Albrighton do as a defender? He's my number one person on the team sheet every week. One of the best wingers we've had at the club since Steve Guppy. Up and down that wing, backtracking, and yet we're playing him defensively, and he was last man standing. Again, we've got a corner at the other end. What is Mark Albrighton being doing left? A, not up there for a corner, but B, back as the last man. He's not a defender. He's never been a defender. Bear with me, I'm just checking all the streams are working here. So if you're watching over on Periscope, hopefully you are, and on YouTube and Twitter, that's great. Richard Wilson says, why pick players that are not good enough? Okay, that's another question we can put in there. Rob McFarland says, we're a shambles, time is up. I was saying those polls on Facebook and Twitter, there was no shadow of a doubt with what was going on there. Paul Newbold has just come in here, I think, backing me up as well, to say to play Albrighton at right back when you have a natural right back sitting on the bench in Danny Simpson. Why would you do that? Why are you putting somebody who a lot of us think Mark Albrighton should be playing for England? Well, crikey, if you ever want to get him never to play for England, do what you're doing with him. And it started quite a few games again when he started taking Danny Simpson off and bringing Mark Albrighton to sort of fill that right back, right wing thing. I know it's a style thing he's trying to do, but is he trying to put square pegs into round holes? Wayne Evans. Hi, Wayne. Thanks for watching. This is Wayne's comment. It says, football is so negative under Puel. Doesn't suit our style of football one bit. Don Cole is saying, the front office, no recall on loan players, the Silver mess, the Mahrez saga. Don, you're right. There's a list there, isn't there? What a list of things we could talk about. Should we talk about Slimani going on loan with no recall? Ulloa going on loan. We believe, there's no recall on these. Andy King, Musa, Silva, 14 seconds late. And then I've got to be fair, Silva's, 6 months out of the game, not done him any favours, because what do you think about Adrian Silva? Does he look like a quality player? What are we taking players from the continent and making them bad players? Slimani was like, the Dragon Slayer at Sporting Lisbon, and come over here and not done much for us. Musa, Mendy, the list could go on, Don, you're right. Scott Collins, hi, how are you? Scott says, how about the 5 touches Vardy had against Palace? What's happening to service, even down to 10 men? Richard Wilson is saying Chilwell not good enough. Rob Sturgis saying, I think a few players will be out and a new ones to come in. Will Puel attract players like Diabate? I'm going to say I don't think it's hard to attract a player like Diabate, if I'm honest, because he's come from a French second division team. So to come to the former champions of England, who got to the European Champions League quarter-finals last season, should be able to attract those players. That's my phone. I'm wondering who that is. Who is on the phone to me during a live stream? Perhaps it's somebody in the know. Is there some news going wild out there? I don't know. Let's not speculate. Richard Wilson saying players put out of position. Anthony Lowe saying TalkSport reporting Fuchs is going at the end of the season. Well, Anthony, that's interesting because I've just been reading, admittedly, my sources is only what I'm reading online, so you can Google Christian Fuchs, see what it comes up with, but certainly lots of media things, and he's come out in a big article, an interesting one in the Mercury, saying he's here till the end of 2019. It's a sacrifice. Don saying completely agrees that Albrighton at right back is just a why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Richard Wilson saying we should always play the strongest side. Oh, well, I don't really know what we're gaining from this end of season now, because not only have we blown seventh, not only have we blown two quarterfinals, but if we're not careful, it's going to end in a real shambles this season, isn't it? Andreas says the majority of fans want Puel out. The owners will listen to them. The clock is ticking. But like I keep saying, the problem is deep rooted. I'm surprised nobody's said it yet, so I'm going to say it. Do we think after Saturday the players have down tools? ... Again. Did the players down tools last year for Ranieri? What do you think on that? Get your views in. That we can talk about tonight. So did the players down tools last year against Ranieri? Have they done it again? I Surely not. Surely we can't be talking about professional players who've won the Premier League. What is going on? Who's calling the shots? Soren, hi Soren Philipson, how are you? Blue Army Sweden, good to see you watching. Don't forget, Soren, we're on 8:30 tonight. This is just a warm up. I'm getting your questions ready for tonight. Being joined by Tom, hopefully, and Chris from Leicester Till I Die. So we're going to get views from lots of different people, as well as all your comments in there. Andrew Urgi says, Puel out, he's lost the plot. Don Cole says, Dragovic is a midfielder. Yeah. The Southampton game was boring, if you ask me, 0-0. That was dull, wasn't it? I was bored. Honestly bored watching it. Had to bet with my son on corners and who's going to touch it next, just to put some life into the game. But one thing you could take from the Southampton game was we dropped Wes Morgan and we put Dragovic in and we kept a clean sheet. That's one thing I took from that game, that we got a clean sheet. We put Dragovic in, we took Morgan out, we got a clean sheet. And then Saturday, boy, did that go wrong, didn't it? So yeah. Franny Eaton's watching. Sam Walton saying Fuchs said himself he wants to leave. Okay, interesting. I'm reading different stuff. Sam is also saying Kramaric has been reported as the top striker in Germany. Yeah, we did sign Kramaric and we let him go again. We did sign Kaputska, apparently the Polish whiz kid from the Euro 2016 and nowhere. Soren is saying Puel equals boring equals out. Don is coming in saying, what are your thoughts on the public apologies from Vardy and Maguire, but not from Puel? It's interesting, isn't it? A lot of fans were commenting saying that at the end of the match, everybody sort of trudged off. Didn't come and even acknowledge the away fans. I wasn't there. I wasn't at the away match. I must admit, I was away myself this weekend on a stag do. Quite entertaining. So I wasn't at the match. So if you're at the match, what happened? I heard what people were telling me is that one of the first players and one of the only players to come over to the Leicester fans was Dragovic, and a lot of the other players didn't even come over. Probably didn't want to face the music from the fans. So if you were there, let us know what was the response at the end, because I always think that's interesting. I'm always disappointed at home or away matches that the players don't really give a bit more affection to the fans who have put in quite a lot of effort. Even at a home match, there's fans come from all around the country now to come to a home match. The Ilfracombe Massive are there. People like Chris from Leicester Till I Die comes up from Poole to watch the matches. I only trudge in about 30-mile round trip myself to go and watch Leicester, but it'd be nice if the players at the end of a home match even came over and gave a little bit more to the fans, let alone an away game. Crystal Palace, good grief, I've been there before. That is one hell of an away trek. So, to come and spend a lot of your hard-earned money and watch a load of players and get thrashed, and then the players just turn their backs on you and trudge away. I've been at matches like that, and it's sad. Right, last few comments here. Andrew Urge is saying Yorkshire, is that where you come from to watch it? Richard Wilson says, what's happened to the lack of service to Vardy? Well, we've changed complete formations, tactics and everything. We've gone from a fast counter-attacking side that got us promoted, that got us through the greatest escape, that got us to win the Premier League title and pretty much got us to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We've jacked all that in and we've gone for possession football with the possession stats are way up, but we've got no cut and thrust. And by the time the ball's got through to Vardy, they've got 2-3 players on Mahrez, and they've got another 10 players around Vardy, and that they know if they stop Mahrez, stop Vardy, we haven't got a lot. Let's be honest. Andreas says, don't forget we are the 19th richest club in Europe. We should be aiming high if we want to move forward. Good, we can add that. Don't forget what I'm doing here tonight at 8:30 GMT with Chris from Leicester Till I Die, with Tom Hoger, with any fans who want to come on. I'll put the link out there. We want to add more and more fans in. We don't want... Somebody said to me the other day, why don't we want to see more fans on video? Well, come on then. I want you on there. I'm going to put the link up in a bit. I want you to join us. So at 8:30, we're going to be talking about these. So in the comments, wherever you're watching, on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, let me know what you want us to talk about. Obviously, we're talking about Puel. Sam Walton's put in here, hashtag bring back Pearson. It's got to be on there tonight, hasn't it? People are saying that. Hashtag bring back Pearson. He's at our little sister club in Belgium, whatever they're called, OH Leverkusen. I really should learn what they are called, but I'm not too interested in them, to be honest, because I'm interested in this club. He's over there, though, isn't he? So maybe we need to pay a bit more attention. Has he been put over there so that he can get back into the mix? Because the owners must have forgiven him. They must be happy with him. Andrew says he's on nights tonight. Well, sneak into the toilets and watch it on your phone, Andrew. Peter says, only Vardy is putting the ball in the back of the net. Need quality in the box to score. Paul Newbold says, bring back Pearson. He built the foundation to win the league. He will always have my respect. Well, lots and lots and lots of things to talk about there. If you can do me all a favour, I'd really appreciate it. If you can like and share this video, if you can like and share all our stuff, it really helps. It helps spread the message around, whether you're on Facebook, obviously if you're on Twitter, if you can give us a heart, if you can give us a retweet, that would be great. The same on Periscope as well. Spread the word. And on YouTube, we're not forgetting you guys. So that's, I think, the main things we're going to talk about tonight is definitely be Claude Puel. We've got the poll results. Do the fans want him in or out? What's it matter what we think, maybe? Have the players, did they down tools under Ranieri? Are they doing it again? Do we accept the apologies? Thanks for all those likes and shares that you're all doing. I really appreciate that. So, Puel, players, do we accept the apologies from Harry Maguire and Vardy? Do they need to do that? What was the players' response after the match? What do we think to Claude Puel's response? If he's not the man for Leicester, according to us fans, we've got people like Nigel Pearson being talked about. I said last week, there's no way Rafa Benitez will come to Leicester. I've read a tremendous amount of stuff all over the internet over the weekend, all speculation, but a lot saying that Rafa could be interested in coming to Leicester. So I'd quite like to be wrong on that. Somebody said Steven Gerrard, but he's been linked hotly now with Glasgow Rangers. And somebody else has said to me, get Neil Lennon in. So there's some interesting names. So I think that's going to be one of the other questions is who, if Puel was to go, who would you want to come in? Should we just give the guy a chance? He took Lyon, I think, to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Does he just need to be given a bit longer? Does he need to be given this transfer window? Are we all just getting a bit too excited a bit too quickly? That's, I think, one of the key things to think about as well for tonight. Anyway, don't forget, I'm going to say it one more time. We are live tonight at 8:30 with myself, with Chris from Leicester Till I Die, and with Tom. So join us later for the Fan Zone, 8:30. We'll look back at the demolition that we had under Crystal Palace, and we will look at what is going on for the Hammers match on Saturday. So from me, Phil, see you later.